Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing the Git Stash command, and first we'll be understanding the intuition behind this, and then we'll be directly moving to this command. So by the way, if you're new here, we are doing a course on Git and GitHub, and if you haven't watched previous videos, I definitely recommend you to watch those videos, or else you won't understand anything. Because we have covered a lot. This is the intermediate section right now we are doing, and stashing we are going to be doing today. So let's understand the intuition behind stashing. Why should we use stashing in the first place? Okay, I'm gonna open my VS Code now. Alright, so I have opened up my VS Code and we'll be working through this repository and understand how we are going to use the git stash command. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first create index.html. All right. So I'm going to paste in some HTML. Okay, not this, but this HTML file. So we have some lines to work with. Okay. So I'm just going to update. Okay, let's keep this document. We'll update this later. And let's do h1. Hello, we are doing a course on Git and GitHub. Okay, awesome. So now, since I haven't initialized any repository, so I'm going to do Git Init. It initializes a repository. I'm going to do a git add, and I'm going to commit as an initial commit. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, as let's say this is a code till now. We are building a good website and there are multiple developers working. So there are multiple friends of mine who are working at the same time on this repository. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my branch. So whenever we are working on a group project, we work on different branches. We don't work on master branch. There's a meme. Okay, I'm not gonna share memes now, but there's a meme like if you shouldn't work on master or something like that. Anyways, we are going to switch our branch. So I'm gonna git switch, and we're gonna do Ross. So let's say Ross is our friend, and he is he wants to make some changes to this file. So he will do changes on his branch. So we are right now on this Ross's branch. So he's saying, okay, the document doesn't seem right over here. So I'm going to change this to Git and GitHub and beginner. Okay, I don't know how to spell beginner. Beginner to power user, something like that. He updated that, and he also said we need some good CSS. So this is not looking good, so we'll do index.css. We can write something like h1, and we can do something like text decoration. We'll do underline. Okay, like that. So he made these two changes. But now let's say Ross, he wants to go to master branch for some reason. We don't know that reason. Let's say he has some files. Let's say we have multiple files, and some files are not in this branch. So we want to go to master branch without affecting this things. We want to go to master and check some things out and come back to this branch and start working again. Okay, we want to do that. So how would we do that? So if I'm going to do git switch, if I do git switch master at this point of time, there are file conflicts, and this Git will not allow us to switch to master. Okay, okay, I didn't mean that. I do git switch. Okay, I have to first commit these files. So I'm gonna do git add everything. I'm gonna commit these files on the Ross changes, something like that, and let's do something like that. Okay, and okay, so let's say Ross does some more changes to this thing. So we're gonna do this paragraph, and we're gonna say Sahil is kinda a good teacher. Okay, like that. Now let's try to switch branches. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, so now what I did is I generated some conflicts between these two branches, and now when I want to go to master, my Git will not allow me to do this. So it is saying your local changes to the following files will be overwritten by checkout index.html. So whatever local changes are there, they will be overwritten. So whatever work I am doing, let's say this is just one line, but let's say I have wrote thousands of lines of code on this branch, and then I want to switch to master this thing. So it is saying please commit your changes, like we have to commit this or stash them before you switch on. So we are going to do the stash. Okay, but you know, we don't want to commit our changes, right? Because we want to add some more things to this. This is just a paragraph we have added. We might want to update it, and you know, I want to take some inspiration from master branch somebody else was working. So I need to switch to master without making a commit. Okay, that's our goal, and that's where, you know, stashing is useful. So what I can do, let's say I can do this. Remember this. Okay, Sahil is kind of a good teacher. Well, maybe I am. So I'm gonna do git stash, simple command git stash, and saved working directory. But now as you can see that whatever changes that we made are gone. So if there was 500 lines of code I have written, it would have disappeared, but don't worry, we still have it. We haven't completely lost it, but now we can switch our branches. So we can switch to master, you know, and there was just one file. Okay, and we can see, okay, there's some good code, there's nothing over here to see, but you know, let's say, okay, I got what I was looking for, and now I want to switch back to ROS. Okay, so I'm going to do git switch ROS, and ROS is like, okay, where is my other code that I want my other code which I wrote, you know, I made changes to this file. I want that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do git stash pop. Okay, and that will pop this, and then here we have our changes. You know, how cool is that? You know, I use this feature not every day. You know, you're not gonna do git stash git pop every day, but yes, there will be some days where, you know, you might want to check out some other branch for some work, and then, you know, you want to come back and continue on your work without committing. So there are many cases where this comes, and git stash is helpful. So what we did here, we did a git stash pop. If you know about the stack data structure, it is very similar to that. Okay, I'm not going to explain stack, but what the stash does is that whenever we do a stash, the recent stash is stored on top. So it's like a stack of dishes. So if you put a plate very at the end, it is obviously going to be on top, and whenever you pop that, the top thing comes off. All right, you can stash multiple times as well. Okay, there's no problem in that. You know, you can stash and then you can keep popping the different stashes. But again, I wouldn't, you know, go more deep about this. There are other things also you can do with stash, like you can, you know, you can do this git stash clear, and it will clear all your stashes. If you have multiple stashes, then it will clear, and then you have git stash apply and all that stuff. I don't really use that any day. If you want to, you can check docs, but I don't want to, you know, make this more intimidating or make this, you know, even hard to understand. So we are keeping it simple, and git stash and git stash pop is, you know, you're going to use that only, nothing else. So we shouldn't go deep in this. So that's what I wanted to share, git stash and git stash pop, just to save your state of your current branch. So I think that's it from my side. If you have any queries, if you have any doubts, feel free to write them down in comment section. Feel free to DM me, you know, I'm ready to help you guys. And please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. and I'll see you in the next one.